My church has been going over Sermon on the Mount lately, and I always like to compare Sermon on the Mount to Romans 7. I'll show you what I mean. Starting at Matthew 5:17, quote, "Do not think I have come to abolish the law or the prophets. I have not come to abolish them, but fulfill them. For truly I tell you, until heaven and earth disappear, not the smallest letter, not the least stroke of a pen, will by any means disappear from the law, until everything is accomplished." End quote. And after he says that, Jesus goes through teachings on several different topics of morality, and he structures these by saying, "You've heard it said," and then he quotes from the law, and then he says, "But I say," and then he gives his instruction. Very first example, Matthew 5:21, quote, "You've heard that it was said to the people long ago, 'You shall not murder,' and anyone who murders will be subject to judgment. But I tell you that anyone who is angry with a brother or sister will be subject to judgment. Again, anyone who says to a brother or sister, 'Raka,' is answerable to the court, and anyone who says, 'You fool,' will be in danger of the fire of hell." End quote. And he goes through several topics in this same way, not only holding the listeners accountable to the law, but saying that we're guilty even if we do something a fraction out of line with the spirit of the law. Another example, 5:27, quote, "You've heard that it was said, 'You shall not commit adultery,' but I tell you, anyone who looks at a woman lustfully has already committed adultery with her in his heart." So you don't have to actually touch someone else to commit adultery, it's even thinking about it. And the phrase "in his heart" is important there because it's not about the action, it's about the intention. And this really is what separates Christianity from Judaism.